Hi everyone, it's me Cheryl. I hope you're all alright. I hope you can hear me as well. If not, then I've got some insurance. I'm recording myself as well on here and hopefully I can put the two together. Making some noises around and about. There's something going on over there and it was alright earlier. It's nice days, you can see, and I'm outside. Yay! That doesn't happen often. Usually rains here. So I'll show you my projects and I'll just give you a bit of news, and I'll probably separate that video because the last video I noticed I don't often get them, and I can take it on the chin, but due to part of the content of the last video, seeing one of them was not very nice, and I don't know what that actually means. It might mean, oh, that sucks, who are you? Or it might mean something entirely different. So I will put that, I think I'll put that in a separate video, and I will disable the, and then no hurt feelings then. So when I came back from, when I was in Middlesbrough, I took 2 projects with me. 3 actually. The headband, which I finished off when I was there, I was almost finished, so I finished it when I was there, and I've already showed you that last week. I need to say last lesson again. And then I took a couple that I could work with, like, when I say on the road, I mean just like away from home, not physically on the road. I was driving, and that was one of the squares. You know, you've seen these in the last few episodes. How long have I got to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 3 more grams of this before I do a white, so and I'm definitely going to do that, but I very much doubt I'll be able to get a second square out of it. But we'll see how it goes. It's all scrap yarn stuff, so it's working. I also worked a few more rows of the sock. It was no more than 2 at a time, but I might have been at that twice in one day, or I might have been done 1 row at a time. So I did manage to still do some sock. There it is. I'll retrieve that in a bit. Anyway, that's as much as I've done because I passed the heel. That's good. Should be that way, shouldn't it? I should be showing you this way because that's the foot. But it's coming along nicely, isn't it? I'm really well chuffed with that. So I shall put that away in a moment. Retrieve that little needle that I've dropped on the floor. You know, the bird song is lovely, isn't it? But then somebody goes and beeps the horn. I had to close the doors the other week. I had them open for some fresh air and it was really nice, and then I just had to close the doors because I didn't like what I was hearing. There is an abattoir over there and it just didn't sound very nice. Animal in distress. It's like when you see these animals in the fields, it's all very nice and beautiful and that, but it's like you're on death row. Do you realise? I tried to shut off from that. Right. When I got back from Middlesbrough, the driving hurt my hands. My husband can do the journey in 5 hours with a rest stop, a short rest stop. Whereas me, I didn't always do 70 miles an hour, and that was, I did do 70 miles an hour in places, but where I didn't do 70 miles an hour, there was a few reasons. 1, it could have been roadworks telling you to go 50 miles an hour, and 2, it could have been, it varies, sometimes it's flashing up the speed, what you should be doing at that moment in time, on the overhead things. If you drive motorways, you know what I'm talking about. And then other times it was like just so congested that I really didn't feel that I wanted to compete with all the level of traffic. That was, it was a nightmare. So I'd sometimes just do 60. It just depends what was happening at the time as to what speed I did. So of course, and with the rest stops I was a lot slower, but my hands didn't appreciate that. I've never driven that distance before, and it's not a nice thing. So more rest stops. Anyway, because of that, when I got back, I was in no mood to actually knit and crochet, but I did want to do something, and I picked up the loom again. You know this loom blanket, this 10 stitch. So I turned a corner, so I must have started roughly about here somewhere. And I picked it up again. Where is it? Was it there? Yeah. Yes, it must have been because I did that on purpose to say this is how much I've done. No, it wasn't. Why did I put that there? No, I definitely turned a corner, so that's the corner, isn't it? Yeah. So I've no idea why I put that there then. There must have been a reason. See, I get into like a zone of thought. And then if you're not in a zone, you can't figure out why you've done it. So you need to be in that same situation again. Oh, where's the... I can't find the join now. But anyway, I'm on the 3rd skein of yarn now. I used the 2nd one. And if... look at that. It fell on the floor and it went... So I had to wrap it. Pardon me, that's an animal over there doing something. They're dead noisy. There's cows in the 2 fields over. Well, cows and sheep. And the cows are so noisy, you'd think they were even a lot closer than that. They were chasing each other the other day. I know I call them cows, but there's probably bulls in there as well. That's probably who was chasing who. The bulls were chasing each other. But, you know, you look at animals in the fields and you just say sheep, cows, that's it, isn't it? You don't say, and bulls. Anyway, yeah, I've done that, and I'm about to turn another corner in a few rows' time. So I'm well chuffed with how that's gone. So after this 3rd skein, I've got 2 more to go. And it's getting quite big, isn't it? I don't know if you could hear me there, but it's getting quite big anyway. And then I went and started on another project. Oh yeah, I didn't take the hat with me because it was manipulating 2 skeins of yarn for one project, and I forgot to pick it up. Instead I picked up something entirely different. I saw this pattern, I thought, oh, I like that. Isn't that nice? And I printed it on the back as well, but I did it the wrong way. I didn't flip it over correctly, so it's like that. Still readable. Anyway, it's Tunisian crochet, and I really had the urge to do it, and this is what it's like so far. Oh, god's that gorgeous yarn. It's that ice yarn, Magic, I think it's called. But I had a bit of a disaster with it. It's the way it's wound. When it unwinds, it just goes like that. So I ended up having to rewind it. Never mind. So I've been doing that instead of picking up the hat, and I really need to pick up the hat. I just have to pick this stitch up. I'm sorry, I just have to do it. There you go. I'm done. I feel better for that. I think that's everything crafting wise. You know, I've noticed a lot of people doing longer videos, which is nice, except I don't get a chance to get round everyone then in a timely manner. And I can't do long videos myself because the internet connection is appalling here. I don't like it. So I do try and limit 10-15 minutes, preferably 10. Do you find 10 minutes boring? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it crafting wise, and now I'll I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I think that's everything crafting wise, so I will move on to a different topic now, and this will be in a separate video.